Over the past couple of weeks, I've been undertaking a digital research project in which I've been asked to design, implement, and evaluate a digital storytelling project. I've decided to make YouTube the focus of my digital research project. Media practices and audience experiences are extremely spatial in nature, and I believe that YouTube can be used to demonstrate this. As an aspiring YouTuber and a loyal user, I'm interested in researching and presenting the links between the YouTube platform and media, audiences, and places. As a relatively new medium, YouTube is a different way to watch and share video content. YouTube is a portable medium. Its content can be filmed and watched anywhere and at any time. All that is needed to shoot video content is a camera. Smartphones have enabled anyone to film, upload, and watch content almost instantaneously. These videos can be accessed on smartphones, tablets, computers, laptops, enabling them to be watched whenever and wherever the viewer wishes. They can be shared and discussed on various other social media platforms. So as well as reading pre-existing research on this topic, I've conducted my own primary field research. I have worked with fellow YouTuber and vlogger, Dan, to find out his first experience with YouTube, its spatiality and its connection with media, audience and places. For the purpose of this project, I had the opportunity to meet with fellow BCM 240 student and vlogger, Dan, to ask him some questions and have a chat about YouTube. Okay, so Dan, with your experience, how would you describe the YouTube space, so as a media form, but also in terms of the audience experience?
Something that I find is a lot more powerful than other mediums is how close you are to your audience. With YouTube, you kind of only really need a camera and an internet connection in order to upload and put out your thoughts and your feelings to people in a way that's nice and visual, and if you're good at making things look nice, then you can actually create something that people enjoy really easy, which is really handy in a media space that's so interactive where people can also comment and whatnot.
So why is it that some things are successful on YouTube but they wouldn't be on other media platforms?
It comes back to the interactivity of YouTube, the fact that someone can watch something and make a comment about it, or they can themselves, if they have a camera, they can film something and talk about what happened. If you create something that people react to, then they're going to react and that makes the video bigger. Whereas if you had other mediums like TV or radio or something like that, once you hear it, if you like it, sure, nowadays you can go on the internet and put something on their site, but usually it's just, if someone creates something nice, one person watches it and goes, oh wow, that's amazing, and that's the only impact it has.
One way.
It's very one way, whereas YouTube's very two way, so these little niches where people create stuff that people really enjoy, they can get feedback and it makes it a lot bigger on that medium than it would in another. So there's, no matter what you put out there, you can put out like watching paint dry and people will be into that. People get really passionate about watching paint dry. There's so many people out there that want to watch everything, and that's something that I think is really important when thinking about your audience, is there will be a niche there.
So I guess that explains why cat videos are so popular on YouTube. How do you believe the YouTube's audience experience differs from a traditional media audience experience?
You feel, like I said, closer to your audience. So I have people that view my videos that know me personally, which is an amazing thing. I feel that, yes, like example right here. So the audience experience, I think's increased for that reason, and also more so for because that's kind of my niche, is daily vlogs. More so for that than other things. You build a connection with people who don't know you. So people watch your daily vlogs, they see how you react to a daily activity.
Entire partnerships, friendships, and community are formed online in spaces such as YouTube between users, audiences, and creators. This is an important part of the YouTube audience experience. VidCon is an annual convention for fans of online videos, or more specifically YouTube videos, and it was created by YouTubers John and Hank Green, also known as the Vlog Brothers, and it is a chance for YouTube creators and fans to come together and interact in a more physical space. So recently I read an article by Carolyn Side on the AV Club called YouTube Creators Create Communities, Not Fans. And in the article she explains what VidCon is and why YouTube creators and YouTube content has become so popular. And one of the main reasons is the fact that YouTube creators know how to build communities instead of fan bases. She also quotes the VidCon website saying, "The ways we entertain, educate, share and communicate are being revolutionized. The creators attending and on stage at VidCon are central to that revolution." A little bit different now. Do you actually look at your analytics on your videos? Do you know where your views come from?
I do. I got this the other day, which is really nifty. So this is the YouTube Studio app. It's something I downloaded very recently to see all my analytics on my device. So you can't see it from the usual YouTube app, but they really try and push analytics on YouTube. As soon as I got on there, they had this boot camp thing and they just trained you on how to use analytics. I think it's a really important thing for any YouTube creator to know their analytics and know where their views are coming from.
Yeah, definitely.
So they can cater to their audience.
Cater to them, yeah. When you have a platform such as YouTube that's so interactive and adaptable, you have the means to actually change up what you're doing to be better for your audience. This is something I find really unique to the YouTube platform because it's not something that can be done so immediately on more traditional platforms. You have the means to make immediate change for what your audience wants to see, and I believe this is such an individualistic and important aspect of the YouTube platform. So, what are your thoughts on the YouTube audience as a collective?
Very, very, I think they represent the world's population very well because they're very large. I'm pretty sure that everyone with an internet connection has seen a YouTube video. YouTube is very big. So depending on what you put out there, you're going to have different audience members.
As a fellow YouTuber, I asked Dan what he believed to be the most positive aspects of making YouTube content.
Okay, so as far as my content is concerned, probably one of the biggest advantages to making content is wanting to produce something and wanting to create content. So I'll go out and I'll do things in my day that I probably wouldn't usually be doing.
Yeah.
So that's one big advantage, is getting out there. Another advantage is creating something that people enjoy. So creating stuff that people enjoy. I see the happiness that people, like I go downstairs in the morning and my little brother's sitting there talking to his friends on Facebook and watching my videos with the biggest smile on his face. And I'm like, this is great. I'm going to be producing forever if this keeps happening.
Yeah.
And I get people messaging me, wow, great vlog. They're getting really, really professional because my learning curve's going like this because I'm producing every day.
Yeah.
So that's another advantage. And I guess
after recently receiving my first negative comments on my YouTube channel, I asked Dan what he thought the disadvantages were of making YouTube content and whether he had any advice on dealing with the haters.
You've got to remember that haters are losers. And the best thing that you can do to combat haters is to live a happy life, because nothing pisses haters off more
than to keep doing what you're doing.
And doing it well, doing it with happiness in your
and passion,
face and passion. So
when making content for a platform such as YouTube, we can easily forget that when we sit and talk to our cameras, we're essentially talking to the rest of the world. It can be quickly forgotten that that content is essentially being put out into the public space. In case you didn't know, that was PewDiePie, the most successful creator here on YouTube. He recently released a video called Goodbye Forever Comments, in which he told his audience that he was turning off the comments section on his videos. With now over 40 million subscribers, his channel receives a lot of attention, and unfortunately not all of it's positive. The YouTube comment section was designed to be a positive tool for audiences and YouTubers or creators to interact, but unfortunately it's not always used in that way and can be a place of negativity and spam. So turning off the comment section of his videos was considered to be a major deal in the YouTube community, and other successful YouTubers reacted in such a way. So Dan, why do you believe producers of traditional media, such as TV shows, now make content that's specifically for YouTube? Okay, with YouTube, a lot of people see it as a stepping stone to get to mainstream media. So they see, if you get big on YouTube, you might have a chance getting to mainstream media. I think that's one of the biggest fallacies when it comes to YouTube, is that it's not mainstream media. I think that the reason why shows like Ellen and The Late Night with Jimmy Fallon have content that they specifically post on YouTube is because they see that the content on YouTube now is becoming such high quality. It has production value, it has budgets, it has a team, it has, it has all of those components that you would see working on a television set, but produced for YouTube. Media practices and audience experiences are very spatial in nature, and I believe that YouTube has demonstrated this. As an online social media platform, YouTube allows audiences and creators to interact. Because of this, entire communities have been formed on YouTube. Thanks for watching.